Hey guys, welcome to another video. We are going to be discussing XRP, specifically being that it is continuing in the downtrend, so don't miss the video, stay with me, and if you haven't already, subscribe and drop a comment. XRP is trading at about 0.52 right now. It's around 14 and a half hours left into the trading period. Nothing is looking too good. We've also broken below the 200 EMA, and we're going to go over it right now. So you can see we have a rough draft or a rough drawing of a trend line that we have. I believe the last time that we discussed this was a couple of weeks ago, but here we're going to look at it a little bit more. So we have our little rough drafts now falling below the 200 EMA, and it continues to drop. Nothing is too good. I could really change the trend line a little bit more, but just to kind of show you where we are. Of course, you can see specifically in this moment with XRP that we crossed into this little apex, which is a key moment. So if we fell below, and then we kind of like came back for this. Now doing so, we were rejected at a higher price, which is probably from right here, and I'll just use this to kind of show you. So we were about right here in this area of some resistance coming in. Retouched that, we rejected on that, and we fell below until also right here, which is our support level, and continued to drop. Now, we were hoping that we would kind of come back over the 200 EMA, and that was on the 15th of January, but also rejected. Price came down, and it's still doing so. Now, we're bottoming now at the 51 level. And that's kind of where our support is, but the 52 area is where we're seeing the problems. Even taking a look at the 4-hour charts, you can see right here there's just not a lot going on. A really low volume kind of coming in. Right now, the volume's at about what 3.30 million, right? So nothing too good. Actually, nothing is good at all. But what's going on is for us to really pay attention at the daily chart. Right, so this is what's going on for us to kind of get a better idea. Now we need to get above the 54 mark before we can start seeing some positive outcome. Either way, I think we'll continue this downtrend. If anything, we'll kind of bounce around with a range set, and you'll see this specifically coming from this area right here. We're gonna have that range setting right here, and let me just kind of drag this over. So I think we're going to kind of bounce back and forth with this range, hopefully continuing to get closer to the trend line. And if we do that and we can break above it, then we have some positive outcome. But also we have the, let me just draw this. And I'll make that color just a little bit different so you can kind of pay attention and follow along with me more correctly. So about right here is where you're going to see some resistance level. We need to break above this. So this is kind of our area right here that we need to come through. 10th of February, honestly. I mean, if we continue with the trajectory. So we want to see 54 by the 6th, and by the 9th, we want to kind of come up and at least be close to it so where we can pay more attention to really what's happening. If we're going to move up, we're going to break out of this bear cycle. But it's a little too close to call right now for anything. A little too close to call. Sorry, it's a little hard to call for anything bullish at this point. So even right now, you can see we're getting rejected already, and that's also from these areas. So that's why I think we're going to kind of bounce back and forth between these areas. Of course, if we fall to the support level and we break below support, I mean we can continue down to around 48 or so. But again, I think we're moving to a bit of a range in this area. So if we move into this range, it's until we see some kind of candle that's going to signal us to go ahead and jump in. And we can see, like from last time as well, we had the 0.63 mark where we will return to this. We will return to 54 for sure as well. But we're falling about right here where I told you before we'll fall. And also, I believe that it's also possible to go to 71 again, but we have a lot of hurdles to get past that. We just need some good, strong reversal. But we'll have to see what the market's doing altogether. And right now, the market is throwing everybody for a loop. Polygon is the next one we're going to discuss. So Polygon's kind of somewhat a little bit in the same boat, but nothing too depressing. We see some pumps coming in. It's getting some rejected on some prices the last day. We had this falling star coming in. It's kind of hard to see it with my line, but it's trading right now at 0.67. I'm sorry, 0.79. Right now it's just kind of falling below. Also the time frame, 13 hours, 14 and a half hours or so. So if this candle today can come in, and this is where you're seeing this. Let me just kind of make this. Right here is that strong area that, as you can see, we're touching. So it's making that resistance level. So we're not going to have anything positive until we break past that. But also, it is possible to fall back down to around 67 as well. Right here, you can see around this window. Let me just make this. Yeah, but around this window here, we can kind of fall back down to, let's just say right here. 0.70. So if it's trading right now at 0.79, we can fall down to 71, which is kind of the acting support level, but even potentially touching 0.70. This is where I see kind of moving in. I think we'll kind of play along with that as well, back and forth. But right now we're beating on the door. We just need to see today's candle and what that's going to do. And speaking of today's candle, let's go down 4 hours just to take a look. Yeah, you can see through this time, right, January 28th, it's not doing too good. It's definitely getting taken over by the bears. But we can see later on what's going to happen with the next 8 hours, at least minimum, to be able to call it. All right, let's look at the market as a whole. Bitcoin's down by 0.8, Ethereum down by 1.1, XRP is down by 1.1 as well. So XRP and Ethereum are kind of playing along with it. The major players, there are none really. Like DOT one is up by 1.1. Solana's by 0.1. I mean, it's just not, it's not doing anything good today. MATIC fell by -2%. AVAX is a loser today at 3.4, OP at 3.8 minus, and MNT at -6.9. So nothing too great moving in, but we'll have to pay attention to a little bit later on. It is Monday, so we'll pay attention tomorrow. And Wednesday, we should see some kind of movement with how we're going to be able to predict the rest of the week a little further on. So, with that being said, subscribe, help us support the channel, and we'll keep you with updates and market opinion and analysis as well. Guys, have a great day, and I will see you next time.